Welcome in, everybody. We are live with some Safari Week. Be hunting in the Safari Zone. So let's get going. Okay. I have not played my main leaf green file in a little while. I'm going to ignore the fact that half my team is KO'd. That is from... Was it from you two? Might have been. It's been a little while. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. We're gonna do this for a bit. Just curious. Did I just Master Ball Mewtwo? No, caught him in an Ultra Ball. So, oh, you know what? I was saving the Master Ball for Shiny Hunting Deoxys. Okay, yeah. I was saving my Master Ball for Shiny Deoxys whenever I get around to doing that hunt. But let's go into Safari Zone. I don't really have a specific target. Thought about maybe trying to do Dratini via fishing. Genie's Gen 3 sprite always gives me a little bit of a jump scare, because I always think it's immediately shiny. We won't be surfing, but we will fish for a little while. You know, until I get tired of not getting a nibble on my line, and then I'll just step over into the grass and do something. This is the first. I think this is the first time I've ever streamed anything Safari Week related. My previous Safari Weeks were in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I was hunting stuff for a badge quest that I was doing over there. I am going to turn down the game audio. We don't really need to hear the evolution noise all that long. But yeah, so most of my Safari Zone hunting has happened in the Heart Gold Safari Zone. The 1 year that I dedicated time during Safari Week, I failed a Lapras, a Poliwag, and a Poliwhirl, all in that 1 week. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. I did end up reclaiming the Lapras and the Poliwag, which then became the Poliwrath I used on my Badge Quest team. And then I've also failed a Safari Zone Larvitar, not during Safari Week. That was a another hunt for the badge quest I'm doing. And I might end up, I have a Japanese copy of Soul Silver. I might end up using that for the Living Dex Challenge. I know I've got to play through Crystal for Celebi, but I really want to play Gen 4 Johto, so I might just bite the bullet with the Japanese copy. Not even a nibble, okay. Yep, I always think that's the shiny. So we'll probably do Safari Week hunting for a while today, and then I might switch over here in a little bit to ZA for some more of the Living Dex challenge. We'll just see how this first little bit of Safari Zone goes. I usually do this offline, just because I can turn on music or throw on some videos or whatever. Have other stuff going on while I'm doing this. I think Dratini would be cool, Doduo would be cool, Nidorino would be cool, Rhyhorn. I have a few Pokemon in the Kanto Safari Zone that I really like. I'm trying to remember, is it Pinsir for this version? And anything I do happen to find during this Safari Week, as long as I'm hunting Kanto or Sinnoh, they'll just be for bragging rights. Because I'm done with both of those regions for my shiny Living Dex. And then I'm super close on Kalos, and I am really close on Galar to finishing those. Then that kind of just leaves Hoenn, Unova, Alola, and Paldea. So we'll At some point I might stream the last couple of hunts I need for Kalos and Galar. Might be something interesting to do. That Heart Gold badge quest I've been doing, I have recently started doing bug catching contest Scyther as my target to take on Price, to take on the Ice Gem. So it's an interesting team, and unfortunately the way Johto works, it's almost exclusively Kanto Pokemon at the moment. Scizor will be my second Johto Pokemon. So I've got Meganium, Sandslash, Poliwrath, Crobat. I have a Crobat, so I do have another Johto Pokemon. And then Alakazam. I got Crobat and Alakazam within a couple of days of each other. And I haven't worked on that batch quest much lately. I get distracted and miss out on a lot of time in the bug catching contest and don't get as many encounters in as I could. Oh yeah, Slowpoke's an option with the rod here. I was originally going for Slowpoke when I got the Zubat on my Heart Gold badge quest file. I was going to use Slowking to take on Morty. And then when I got Zubat, I was like, you know what, Crobat works. He can learn Bite and some other stuff that's helpful against a Ghost Gym without having the Ghost weakness. And then I did Game Corner, Abra for Chuck's gym. And then I've kind of gone between getting Larvitar to take on Jasmine and Scyther / Scizor to take on price. And then I plan on getting either Dratini from the Game Corner or Horsey to get up to Kingdra to take on Claire. So that'll be my Johto side of the team. And then I'll hunt Ho-Oh before the League. So that's sort of how the plan for that playthrough is. I've been working on that since 2021, so it's definitely a slow burn, and definitely not one that is going to be content at any point because I just haven't recorded any of it. So I got both Chikorita and Sandshrew in 2023. It was 2 years before I got anything. And then I got Poliwag at the end of 2024. And then, as I mentioned, Zubat and Abra at the start of this year. So it's definitely a slow burn of a playthrough. You know what? I need to edit the tags on my stream. I don't have anything on there. I don't know where all my tags went. There we go. That'll give me some tags to work with. I sort of have a badge quest file started on, is it Fire Red on my Switch? I can't remember which game I started it on. It's on one of my other profiles, but I sort of have a badge quest started there. I was hunting Bulbasaur. I haven't touched it in a while. Oh yeah, Dragonair's an option too. Be a cool shiny to get, but a terrifying one because I don't know that I can catch it. Yeah, we'll probably fish for another, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and then we'll do grass encounters for a bit. And I'll probably stay in this first area. So I think just about everything that I want to look for in the grass I can find here. So I will definitely do some offline recording um, of these of the Safari Zone hunting that I'm doing, and I might do some VDSP Great Marsh on stream, maybe towards the end of next week. I'm gonna do a Pokemon Platinum badge quest at some point. I just haven't ever committed to it. I finally did my first full playthrough of Platinum last year, so I think that was part of what I was waiting for, was to do an actual playthrough of Platinum. I played Diamond first, and I played that in 2015. So it was a little while between Diamond and Platinum for me. At some point, I also want to do a badge quest and a trial quest in Alola. I think that'd be kind of fun. I've done Paldean, I've done Galar for badge quests multiple times on both of them. So I've got a lot of the decks done on this game. I wonder when they're going to add home support for this, and if they're going to have any sort of special decks completion reward. I would imagine if they do, it'll probably be a shiny Mew. That would make the most sense. Come on, give me something. Oh my goodness. Let me see, while I'm doing this, I want to... Okay, yeah, that'll definitely be noticeable on Seeking. Same thing with Goldeen. Okay. Last encounter of the fishing segment. Run some ads, and we'll be back, and we'll be hunting in the grass. See everybody in just a minute. Okay, we are moving over to grass. Good thing is, as long as I don't move a whole bunch, basically staying here indefinitely. Ooh, Venonat wouldn't be bad. I actually like Venonat. Sammy bought me a Venonat Sitting Cutie Christmas or birthday a couple years ago because of how small and soft it was. And I think we'll do 30 minutes of in the grass hunting, and then I'll switch over to ZA for the last couple hours of the stream. Pincer's the one I have. Because the evolution music in the overworld of Safari Zone is going to drive me crazy if I don't. So, this will definitely be something I do more offline, I think. Just because then I can not have the noise in my headphones and won't be driving everyone who's watching crazy either. Come on. Rhyhorn was one of my playthrough teammates in my first playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu. And I actually used Parasect on this team. No, not on this team. On my physical copy of Leaf Green. The last time I played through on it. Actually just before the Switch versions came out. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I think Leaf Green has female more than male. I've I like them both, so definitely cool ones. It would be cool to get something rare like Chansey or Pinsir, but also terrifying because they're so hard to catch, which are not really terrifying, but would be shiny hunting stressful to get something that rare. Yeah, I used the Nidoqueen on this team, so getting a shiny in the Safari Zone would be really cool. So are you still playing Zomboid, Sammy? Yeah, I have never gotten a Gen 3 Kanto shiny before, so this would be kind of neat. I did get a shiny Diglett's Tunnel Diglett on my original Soul Silver file last year or the year before. I also got a Zigzagoon on Ruby. So I do have one Gen 3 shiny, but not Gen 3 Kanto. Nope, I didn't mean to throw a ball. Well, it was a test ball. That's fine. I think the duo's in the next section. I think if I do get a shiny Rhyhorn on this during this Safari week, I'm gonna hold on to it for the badge quest I started on that other file and use it as one of my encounters. I know that. Okay, that's fine. I think my. Yeah, there we go.
My kid jumped on me when I moved him, so
Oh.
I've upset the baby.
Well, he'll live. Are you still playing Zomboid?
Yeah, I've got it up.
Okay, cool.
I've got it paused right now. You know, Mama.
Was she right here?
No,
I don't know where she went.
you don't have your Mama.
She was in here with me for a bit. Oh, hi, Saris. Ah. I feel like it used to be 500 steps in the Safari Zone. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but 600's nice. Gives you a little extra time to get further in when you're doing the story. Come on, game. I don't know if I've told the story about my shiny Gen 2 execute on stream recently or at all.
Hey, Justin, Ann.
Thank you.
I found your mama.
Okay.
She's on the little couch.
Oh, okay.
Like the literal little couch.
Yeah, so I was playing through Silver on my Virtual Console on my 3DS, and I was trying to find Beedrill in the trees because I was wanting to evolve my Tyrogue into Hitmonlee, and I hadn't been at it for very long, and the shiny Execute just popped right out of the trees. And so I basically I sent it over to Gen 1 and did some exploit weirdness with it to get a shiny Ditto. So now I have a shiny Ditto in my Gen 2 Virtual Console that I can use to breed various Pokemon with. So I've gotten an Aerodactyl with it. Did I end up doing my Kangaskhan with it as well? I'm trying to remember. And when I get around to Crystal for the Living Dex Challenge, there'll be at least one shiny teammate on that file. Ah, it's Chansey number 1. If I end up with something like Pinsir, I might send it once I can send it over to ZA to use on a team, so I can have a Safari Zone Mega Pinsir. Same with Kangaskhan. Hi, Madge. Hi, Peanut. Got both of our youngest cats in here with me right now. Luckily, they're not on my stuff like they like to be. Well, I'm glad it stayed, but I didn't even mean to throw the ball at it, so. Oh yeah, that's another very noticeable. Which I guess Parasec's always noticeable, but I haven't seen a lot of these Gen 3 sprites. Weirdly, I kind of feel like Venonat got better after the transition to 3D. Which is very unusual. See, I've seen Rhyhorn and Execute because I've watched other people do Safari. Pinsir, that's one I don't see people get. And if you're wanting to catch up on... Ooh, that's pretty. If you're wanting to catch up on any of the playthroughs I've been doing, or any of the stuff I have done, my YouTube is either pinned at the top or it pops up in chat now time to time. Currently working on building a living dex from scratch. And I'm doing Legend ZA, which we'll see some more of here in just a few minutes. But I've also got some Call of Duty Zombies, Dead Risings, Project Zomboid, Legend of Zelda. Quit throwing Safari balls at these guys. I've got a Professor Oak's Challenge, a Violet Badge Quest, Nuzlocke. I have one Mario stream over there, so got a little bit of variety. A lot of what I do is Nintendo, because, you know, it's my favorite system to be on. But yeah, all of that's over there on my YouTube page. So subscribe over there, be appreciated, and a follow here if you're just kind of hanging out. And if you've been hanging out for this long, you probably enjoy something about my streams. So wouldn't mind having you hanging out in the future. If I do get something offline while I'm recording, I will post it as a highlight on this Twitch page, as well as a video of its own on my YouTube page. So if I get something Safari Zone related, it'll show up where you can find it. Okay, we're gonna go to ad real quick. When we come back, we'll be back in Legends ZA to try to finish up some of that. So we'll see everybody on the other side.